Hello, in this video we're going to show you how to raise a purchase invoice or a bill or an expense and record it on Xero. So to do this we move up to the plus icon at the top of the menu, click on that and choose the bill option from the submenu. What that does is it then takes us through to a screen that is just asking for some information like who or where did the purchase invoice come from, what's the date, what's the stuff that you bought, and how much is it. And all we have to do is just basically work through the fields that it's presenting us with. I highly recommend that we use the tab button or tab key on your keyboard to just jump to the next field that needs information, as it will reduce any chance of you accidentally skipping by or missing something that does need some information. So let's work through this. So who or where did the purchase invoice come from? So if we just choose a particular supplier, and I'm going to say A New Supplier Limited. In fact, what I'm going to do, just to try and highlight this, subcontractor A is probably a better one to choose actually. So subcontractor A, when did the purchase invoice come in from them, or when did they raise their sales invoice and give it to you? So if we say the 15th is fine. You'll see it's pre-populated the due date. So this subcontractor, when the record went on the system, we said that it's got so many days, so 45 days perhaps, something like that for credit terms for these guys. So as I've mentioned in a previous video, get as much information on your suppliers, your customer records as possible, because it just auto-fills everything else for you. And then a reference number is if we have an internal reference number, or you want to put the reference number of their invoice on. Completely up to yourself what you want to do. Currency would typically be pound sterling, and then all we're interested in doing is basically starting to describe and fill in what it is that we bought from these guys. So had we got stock enabled, we could have said, right, we're about to buy or acquire X number of this particular stock. This is a demo account, it hasn't got stock enabled, but certainly one worth considering activating if you do have stock, because it will make your life a lot easier. So the way we bypass that is just simply by just putting some descriptions in here. So if we buy from these consultancy, say, and we'll just put one lot of consultancy at £1,000, and what you'll see is it's automatically said, oh, when you buy things from subcontractor A, you normally post them to 325 direct expenses. It defaults to that, so you can change it at this point, but highly recommend that you fill in those defaults on the supplier record or on your customer record, because it just means that all the things that you buy from this particular supplier are always going to go to direct expenses unless you choose otherwise, and it'll keep things very neat and tidy in your accountancy records. Then it's asking for the amount of VAT that this supplier's charged on you. So let's say, for example, they are VAT registered, so they have to charge 20% VAT. We just simply leave it at the default. Again, that default would have been set up when we recorded this supplier on Xero. And that's pretty much it. So as you can see, we've got one lot of £1,000 plus VAT, which equals £1,000 plus £200 VAT, which is £1,200. So when we click approve, it's going to put £1,000 into direct expenses. It's going to put £200 against your VAT control account, and it's going to put £1,200 against the supply record as that we owe them that amount of money. So all we have to do is click approve, and those records are done and dusted. So hopefully that's helped, guys. If there is anything else that we can help you with, by all means get in touch. Our contact details at the end of the video. And yeah, hope to see you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching.